Beautification happens in small towns across America, where landscapes in cities and towns is really an important thing. And here in Gallatin, Tennessee, much of that is left up to one person, the Flower Lady, Alicia Welburn. How did the Flower Lady come to be?
Well, I had joined Keep Gallatin Beautiful. We had gone to Southeastern Conference in Gatlinburg, seen all their beautiful baskets.
Right.
My director said, well, I know your motto, just do it. So we put together 8 baskets, presented them to City Hall. And from then on, it has grown to 150.
Right. So it started out really with you as a volunteer effort. And the city embraced what you had done, the council, mayors, all of that. And this has actually now grown into a job for you.
Yes, past 2 years I'm actually working with the city, helping them and putting flowers everywhere.
Everywhere. So we're standing in front of the Public Works building right now here in Gallatin. And you've done some plantings here. You've also done the front of the farmers market. So one of the things that you pride yourself on and have really become kind of known for is this meadow style of gardening, where you're doing this from seed. It's very low maintenance, water-wise, requires very little mulch. Why does that appeal to you?
It's relaxed.
It's relaxed. And you do a lot of this from seed?
Yes, and a few perennials, but the annuals, the biennials just make it pop. When we look at this bed right here, when these start waning so much, you know, if I get enough seed, then I will pull these plants, come in with zinnias, cosmos, even amaranth, sunflowers, so that, and these will carry on until fall. Right,
but all from seed?
All from seed.
Yeah.
You just don't have to spend a ton of money to do this.
So heat-loving, drought-tolerant things, and you just broadcast the seed and let nature take its course.
Sure do.
Yeah. Now, one other thing that you've done that I think is particularly interesting is an old lot, and we won't call it an abandoned lot because it's really not abandoned. It is owned by somebody, but it's just an empty lot like we see in so many downtown areas where something was there, that something is gone, a new building hasn't been built, and it was just grown up in weeds
and trash.
Yeah, Johnson grass.
Yeah, I just came in and sprayed it, took out my gooseneck hoe, got out the rubble, the bricks, and seeded it.
Worked your magic.
Yeah.
Handfuls of seeds.
Yeah.
And again, just let nature take its course. Let the rain fall, let the seeds come up. It really is quite an amazing thing that has happened in that spot. It's gone just from really being kind of derelict to a place of beauty that people walk by every day, and you're expanding on it.
Yes, it's going to take a couple seasons for the weeds to go away. The mayor in the past year has a pollinator initiative, wanting more city gardens to have pollinator flowers to bring in the pollinators,
bring bees, butterflies,
bring them back, because the Monarch initiative. I'm planting more milkweed, butterfly weed in all the gardens, and we're trying to educate the homeowners. And we've been having lecture series at several of the different city gardens.
Well, that's fantastic. So it's really an extremely low maintenance way of gardening. The landscape around City Hall is a little bit different, and there's a reason for that.
Well, because the monuments are there. They were put there for the bicentennial, and it's to dress up the monuments, so you've got to keep a proportion.
Right. So
that style is things are in a row like cookie cutter.
A little more formal, because City Hall's a little more formal place, and you do have the monuments, and so different styles for different places that are suitable. We mentioned the hanging baskets. Now, we started with 8 hanging baskets.
And they were in the cocoa baskets.
Okay.
Now, these are in plastic baskets, and they have 36 holes, and then there's room for 6 at the top. Okay. We have a nursery that grows them out for us, and they were just put out a couple days ago, and we have 3 to 4 young guys, usually in school, that will keep them, you know, they're watered daily, sometimes twice
Right.
daily. And then as they start getting a little leggy, I have to go around and, you know, prune the bottoms of them off and just really
Right,
keep
and
an
really
eye
keep,
on
and
them.
I'm sure that they have to be fed occasionally also.
Every week.
How have you seen your efforts serve as inspiration for other business owners and citizens in the downtown area?
Well, Dareberry Heat and Air just received a beautification award. They have gone above and beyond making their property look good. Several, you know, the further down on North Water used to be called the bad side of town, and it's not anymore. There's
Right.
so many improvements to the buildings, the beautification.
Sure.
More trash cans, more ashtrays, less trash.
Yeah, so everybody's taking a sense of pride now.
Yeah.
And a lot in because of your efforts.
They're happy to see me tooling down, you know, in my car.
In your car, coming down the street, here comes the flower lady.
Yeah, they're actually happy.
So what are the future plans for the flower lady and the city of Gallatin? More beds, more expansion? Are you taking on more responsibility?
Well, the Franklin house over there, it will be putting in a garden, possibly a rain garden.
Okay.
And then at Rosemont, a cutting garden, and it may have to be a rain garden because there's several gutters that have
empty
to be,
out into that area.
That have to be addressed.
So at certain times of the year it will be wet and other times
Yes.
dry, yeah.
And then there's my gardens.
Right, yeah.
To take
This
care
is your
of.
day job, and then when you
Yes.
get home, there are your own gardens
Yeah.
to take care of. So, well, I think it's such an important lesson that you're teaching and that the city is teaching in the way that they've embraced what you're doing.
It's definitely a labor of love.
For inspiring garden tours, growing tips, and garden projects, visit our website at volunteergardener.org or on YouTube at the Volunteer Gardener channel, and like us on Facebook.